I just keep coming back. What's gonna happen? Were all the other races arrested? We still get a race here? Everyone, please. It's been a difficult time for all of us. Some of us lost a dear friend. Others lost even more. He keeps glancing at that car, as though it has some kind of special significance. Maybe we should take another look at it. Ryoko and I are here tonight in case the police need to ask us any questions. But I give you my word. Toge Jenkin racing on the Rostro Spire will continue. And we will not rest until those who did this are brought to justice. Woohoo! We love you, Trey! He's so dreamy! He is dreamy. You think so? The guy knows how to whip up a crowd. Maybe, but that crowd's gonna make it impossible to talk to him. Though from what was in that speech, I doubt Trey will have much to say to us. Trey kept looking over at this car. Nina? It must have been for a reason. Nina, you got a sec? What is it? Before he starts thinking out loud, I think Ryoko's in that car. How do you figure? Well, Trey just said they were up at the Spire tonight in case the police needed to talk to them. But we can't see Ryoko anywhere. Oh wow, he's probably right. I wonder why she just sit in her car. I think that Ryoko and Clara were close. Hank said... Oh. What? What is it? I just realized something. Not important. If you say so. Poor Ryoko. I had no idea. In any case, if she needed to be here and didn't want people to see her, then her car's a good place to be with that, what with the darkened windows. Yeah, wait. Do all the street racing cars have darkened windows? I think so. All the ones we've seen, anyway. The police might tolerate it to some degree due to how remote this place is, but mountain road racing is still technically illegal. Hey, you're the one working with Ren, right? That's right. Sorry, but I don't know anything else about what happened last night. What about the masked dude? You feel last night? He says, nuh-uh. He couldn't maybe take off the gas mask and tell me himself? What'd be metal about that? Oh. It just repeats it. Okay, so let's go talk to the cop, I guess. Please remain within the parking lot. This road is closed for the time being. There's that magnetic personality. Why did the police close the road? A criminal incident. Criminal? With all due respect, officer, it hasn't been established that a murder took place. Who said anything about murder? I'm talking about speeding. What? I hardly think that speeding is the thing to focus on here. These street racers think they're a law unto themselves. Well, I, Rhonda Haste, the greatest traffic cop in the history of Fledge City PD, will not stand for it. Greatest traffic... Surely that's not a thing. It is too. I've issued more citations for speeding and illegal parking than any other cop in Fledge City PD history. No criminal escapes Haste. Especially now. Why now? What do you mean now? What's so important about right now? I've been reporting these street racer types for years, but my superiors never took me seriously. Too remote, they said. I'd understood that the racer safety record had been pretty good so far. That doesn't make their activities legal. The one positive to come out of this tragedy is that finally, the ringleaders will be safely behind bars where they belong. Now, if you excuse me, I'm under orders to refuse access to anyone but the police. Oh yeah? What's this? I'm a defense attorney representing... I'm an orders to police to this corridor, as is my colleague at the bottom of the mountain. And you're not police. Did you actually refuse to allow us to access the site? Now look here. I have my orders and I intend to follow them. Disagree. It's your objection to my superior. Okay, where's your superior? At the crash site. Did she really do that? It's called malicious compliance. She can refuse temporarily, but on the understanding she facilitates our access. Telling us to talk to her superior is her facilitating for us. It's not against the rules per se, but violates the spirit in which they were written. Either way, we'll have to find another way to the site. Okay, let's look around here a little bit then, I guess. Seems we can't go this way. Smartest idea. Oh, so I never play in the road. Hey, video, how you doing? Alright, talk to this dude. Okay. Wait, what about talking to Ren again? Any luck? Nothing yet. At least nothing we don't already know. I'll keep asking around. Okay, that led nowhere. Woo! Ah, dang it. I gotta go through it all over again. Yeah, I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to do. Okay, I guess we leave. Maybe? Gonna save my game real quick. Whoops, no, not load, not load. There we go. Let's see if we can figure this out. She looks like us. Yeah, she does, doesn't she, Falcon? Godzilla! Godzilla! No. I'm a little stuck. I don't know what to do now. How to get down the mountain to get to the crash site and the scene of the crime. None of them saw anything. Oh, it's all the same thing. Have the arrow in the rest. Oh, yeah, at the top. Village. Think this might be useful? You're right. Let me take a picture with my phone. Okay, let's take a look at the map. Ren. Oh, that's what I had to do? I just said. Oh my god. Did you find anything useful? Wow, okay, so you just look at the map. Sorry, no. Everyone's here for the start of the race apart from a couple of the guys. But they were at the finish line. It was so cold last night that no one wandered down to watch mid-course. It was snowing after all. I guess. Excuse me. Ren, we need to get to that crash site, but the police at the barricade won't let us through. You want to ram it? I could probably rig up some ram bars to your car. No, no! I'm a defense attorney, not an action hero. It would work. Not the point! I was going to ask, is there any other way to get onto the course? Maybe going around the barricade? Actually, yes, there is. You got a map? Yeah, I took a picture of the tourist map. Okay, give me your phone. I need to doodle some extra info. Annotated, okay. There's a dirt road down the road a little bit, okay. Oh, there we go. Excuse me, and this line you've drawn. Yep, it's a dirt road. It'll take you around the parking lot as far as the 7th Straight. When you hit the end of the dirt road, just keep going. You'll come out onto the downhill course. I also put a marker where the crash site ought to be, if it's where the aces told us. Okay, Ren. Dylan and I will make our way there. You might finish pretty late. Can you make your own way home? I'll catch a ride. Don't worry about me. See you at the courtroom tomorrow. Okay. Crash site via dirt road. Yes, there we go. Uh, 10:16 p.m. Now there's a familiar face. In Aquila's, I live and breathe. Wait, what voice did I have for him? I can't remember. Now I want to look this guy up too.
The thing is, I think people get destroyed. It was a pistol. A revolver, to be precise.
Oh, I gave him an Irish accent. Okay, very good. In Aquila's, I live and breathe. Oh God! Oh no! Evening, Detective Flatfoot. Am I to assume by your presence? Aquila Defense and Law is acting as representation, yes. Though I only just got here, no thanks to one of your traffic cops. Rhonda. Yep, she could do with a stern reminder about a few things. Sorry, this is some kind of personal vendetta to her. It's just her big chance to nail the aces to the wall. Yeah, she gave me the whole spiel. Well, you're here now. If you're defending, then as usual, you have full access to the scene. We've been here a few hours already, so feel free to ask us anything. Thanks, Detective. Okay, let's get started. What are we looking for? Honestly?
Welcome to the fucking show.
Ooh, video wave. Thank you very much for the host. Appreciate it. Anything. What do you need to know? Have you managed to produce a working theory about what happened? I'm not sure what your clients told you, Miss Aquila, but to us it seems pretty clear. What we see makes us think that one of the aces nudged Claire's car as they came around the turn. That pushed her off the road into the side barricade. Now, the three of them are colluding to try and defuse the blame. Do you have any reason to believe one of them intentionally shunted Claire's car? Shunted is a strong word, so it could have been an accident. I'm inclined to say it wasn't. Claire was familiar with these roads. All four of them were. And if I'm being honest, they were involved in an illegal street race. That's as a means, that's a means, not a motive, Detective. True, but I suspect the court won't give much benefit of the doubt. Endangerment caused by such reckless activity basically borders on murder. Not good. What do you need to know? I heard the police tolerated the racing up in the Spire. So why is Rhonda Hayes so obsessed with catching the aces? Rhonda? She's a traffic cop. I guess she has a natural dislike of illegal street racers. Comes with the job. She's actually the best the fledged City PD has ever had. Did she tell you that? It came up. In any case, the racing appears still illegal. Don't you get the wrong idea. Just the road is pretty unused now, and it's too remote. Policing it to catch organized street races isn't a good use of police time. It's true that they're pretty organized. Indeed. Fucking indeed. I hear that their safety record was good too, prior to all of this. Well, yes and no. What? They're organized because of what happened back in the 80s. In the 80s? From what I understand, in 81, there was a fatality during a race. The leader of the Roast Row Racers, their Joker as they call it, they took responsibility and stepped down from mountain racing. What happened to them? Who knows? But it was enough to get the racers to adopt some safer practices. 1981 incident. Where's Chad?
Black ice.
I've expected to run into CHAD HAWKE up here. We saw him down at the police impound. Oh, Chad won't come up here. He'll just read our report. You so sure about that? Yep, Chad doesn't like heights. And he can't drive. Don't. He can't drive? He probably got the bus to the impound. Damn it. Cause of death. Do you have a cause of death? We'll be working up a more detailed report as usual, but I don't think you will need it in this case. Why? Clara's body's been taken to the morgue, but she had a clear head wound and her blood was on the steering wheel. Oh, that suggests that when her car struck the barricade, her head was thrown forward and struck the wheel. She probably died instantly. Was she in the position when your officers arrived at the scene? No. From what we understand, the other aces removed her body from the car and tried to administer CPR. It also supports the theory that her death was quick. What's the aces said? No seatbelt? Airbag? From what we can see, the seatbelt was slack. Probably just improperly fitted. There was no airbag. I guess they stripped it out to lighten the car for racing. We put together a dossier on this. You're welcome to a copy. Okay, Clara. Can you tell me much about Clara Mass? She occupies some kind of respected position among these street racers. She held the current position of Joker, which is the group's de facto leader. Outside of that, though, I knew her. You did? Not just in passing. She was pointed out to me a few years ago at a charity dinner sponsored by the police. We never actually spoke. What I know is that she was from Fledge City, and she was independently wealthy. Something of a high society heiress. So street racing was just a hobby? I suppose. She was a patron of the arts and supported multiple charitable causes. She was popular. Taryn and Kestrel have expected to see Clara run for mayor someday. Taryn, you mean the DA? Oh, that's right. Although it was just idle gossip. You know, who's the DA? The district attorney, Taryn Kestrel. CHAD HAWKE's boss. In any case, I have a dossier in here. You're welcome to a copy. Okay, tire tracks. Have you performed a tire track analysis? Tire track analysis? The police can map the tire tracks of an accident, lets them create a computer model of what happened. We mean a DA. Wow, that's impressive. So what happened? Inconclusive. Excuse me? This track is only really used for mountain racing, but that means we have cars with similar profiles doing the same thing. Over and over again. I get it. I don't. It's like trying to pull fingerprints off the door handle to a bank after a robbery. Sure, the robbers probably opened the door, but so did 10,000 other people within the prior few weeks. Exactly right. The problem isn't the lack of tire rubber, it's that there's too much. Even the verges on the side of the road are chewed up. As snow was falling when the accident happened, the snow was fresh everywhere too, so no help there either. Pretty irreverent, yeah, right? Useless tire track notes, okay. Okay, that takes care of that. Get me on the road, man. Detective Flatfoot can answer any questions you may have. Let's examine the car. It's an unusual model, what with that black hood? That's a carbon fiber hood. It's light but strong. Then why just replace the hood? Other panels are more complex to replace, but the hood is easy. You could probably do it. Plus, replacing the whole body is kind of overkill sometimes. The car is a Mitsuyoda AG88. A kit car? Oh, that's right. These can only be purchased as kits. Apparently all the Spade's cars were built by Trey Gearson, their mechanic. There seems to be a lot of damage. Yeah, the front bumper and driver's side have sustained heavy damage from the crash. The engine bought it too. The car won't start. Wait. Is the driver's side front wheel missing? Yep, it's just gone. We assumed it happened during the crash. How come? All three other wheels were damaged in some way. Tracking, righting, even if you had the fourth wheel, the car wouldn't drive straight with this sort of damage. Have you managed to recover the wheel? Was it somewhere nearby? No, we haven't found it. But then again, most of the downhill course has that same cliff edge. You can see Fledge City from here. You're thinking it went over the cliff? Yeah, it's not an unreasonable assumption, seeing as though we can't find it. Yeah. Missing wheel. Anything else? Detective. Why is this car missing its license plates? Wow, you're right. It has no plates. Well spotted. Truthfully? We don't actually know. At least that's an honest answer. Fledge City technically only requires the driver to display one plate. But that doesn't explain why this car has none at all. Did it have one at the start of the race? I mean, I want to say yes, but I don't actually remember. Gotta admit, I didn't look either. Sometimes debris from the road strikes the car's bumper, shattering the plate. It's rare, but it happens. Could have happened earlier in the evening. Still, it's strange. Okay, I think that's everything. Okay, I think I found everything that we're going to find. But nothing really gives me a complete picture of what happened. If only there was a witness. Still, let's head back to the office. Nina, can we make a quick pit stop? You want to get hot dogs? Mind reader. Sounds good. Let's take the car back up the mountain. Clear a mass. Okay. Yeah, nice. Parking lot. Oh, Miss Aquila, before you leave. I forgot to tell you about something. What is it, detective? One of the pieces of evidence is a photograph. A photograph? A photographer was up in the mountain last night. Apparently he takes many pictures of the racers on the later hairpins. I think his name was Marco West. What does it have to do with him? I've heard the name. Wasn't he the one who called the police? Oh, that's right. But he also took a photo of the immediate aftermath of the incident. Fantastic! Can we get a copy of that photo? Marco, he took it home to develop it. Develop it? What does he think this is, 1995? He's a bit of a hipster, okay? I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Crat Ghost! Oh my god, how you doing? It has been forever, my man. How you doing? I haven't actually seen the picture either. But when Chad spoke to Marco about what the photo's expected to show, I'm just saying you should be aware of it, as it's going to come up. Professional courtesy, understand? If it were a digital photo, I'd be giving you a copy, but this is the best I can do. It has. It's been a very long time. Yeah, I've noticed, man. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Thanks, detective. No problem. Safe trip back. Gonna get a hot dog, yeah. Oh, give me. 11:52 p.m. Okay, let's grab some hot dogs, then we can head home. It'll be 4:50. Okay, yeah, here's the right change. Thanks. Hey, T-Bro, we came back. I'm actually starting to feel pretty hungry too. I don't know how to break this to you guys. I just sold out. I was concentrating on my final dog for the evening. No way. Sorry, up pretty early tonight, and it's been kind of busy, well, with there being no racing. Everyone's been stuck hanging around the parking lot. 0 for 2. Still, I guess it's good for business. How are you liking your new job? I'm loving it. It's great to be outside, see many people, being an important service. Plus, from the truck, I serve pretty much everyone and see all the comings and goings. Sees all the comings and maybe... Terry, did you serve a hot dog to Clara Mass at all last night? Like, before Dylan and I arrived up here at the Spire. No, I didn't. I'd remember, too. Come to think of it, she came to the truck on most nights she was up here. I saw her car arrive at 10 p.m. when she pulled up to the start of the race. I assumed she was running late and had just come from her home in Fletch City. Excuse me, are you okay? You look like... It's nothing, really. Just thought I... No, really, it's nothing. I wonder what that was about. Firstly, Nina, the culture here thrives on face, and I'm honest, you don't have any. Face? Yeah, face. Like props. Respect. Kudos. Cred. Likes. Recognition. Reputation. I get it. Plus, it's a community of illegal street racers. They're not fond of police. Or lawyers. Like I said, don't take it personally. Well, I guess that all there is to do now is to head back home. Sorry, guys. I'll try to make it up to you some other time. What's wrong with that? Fledge City, going back home, yeah. You know, something just occurred to me. Did you see Ryoko at the start of the Ace race last night? No, but then I had no reason to expect she'd be nearby. I didn't know she was a street racer. That's just it. Surely you would have noticed her. No offense, but when you spotted her later on, just for a moment, you looked like you'd just been struck by lightning. I don't know if I noticed that, but okay. Anyway, Ryoko was obviously close to Clara. Wouldn't she be at the start line? I guess. You look worried. I'm just trying to piece things together. Clara and the Aces were racing. Something happened. Moments later, Clara was dead. The stuff we found doesn't make what happened between any clearer. Just what are we missing here? And what could be on that photograph? Achievement. Save your game, yes. It's always been that way. She's always had an eye patch, ever since the start. I don't think it's ever explained why she has an eye patch. Phew! Are you finished? Dylan? I crashed here again, remember? Look, if you're ready, I need to use the shower before we go to court. Right, you ready? Good to go, boss. Okay, time to go to the courthouse. Here we go. 8:55 a.m. Great, looks like Ren is already here. Let's meet up with him, then get to the bench. Nina, I got here on time. Where do I sit? That's actually something I wanted to ask you about, Ren. Do you think you can keep a cool head throughout the trial? I mean, I guess. Why? Yesterday, something became very obvious to me. You know cars, and we don't. That potentially makes you our new expert if you feel up to it. You really want my help? Only if you can pull yourself together and stay that way. Okay, the victim would have been a serial painful thought. Oh, jeez. Nina, don't you think you're being a bit harsh? I'm being direct. There's a lot riding in this, and we don't have the luxury of time. Think you can do it? Won't even bend a fender. I'll be your expert. Great. Is Hero okay? That's great, Ren. Is it okay to have an expert right on the bench like this? Yeah, it's permitted if some aspect of the case requires specialist knowledge. Anya used to do it all the time. Hello again, Miss Aquila. I see you have a new face on the bench. Chad. Did you feel you needed to bring in some extra help? You can say what you want, Chad, but I came here today with a car expert. You, on the other hand, don't even drive. Good one, Nina. You think so? I thought so. You're right, I don't drive. I fuck. I prosecute. God damn it. I think his was better. Are they always like this? From what I've observed, yes. I'm standing right here, you know. All rise for the Honorable Judge Tawny. Falcon. Please be seated. We are here today. Miss Aquila, I see you're joined to the bench by another advisor. Can you explain this before we begin? Yes, Your Honor. This man is Stan Renson, or Ren to his friends. He's an expert on automobile design, maintenance, and construction. The defense requests his presence due to the nature of this case. Your Honor. Strictly speaking, counsel can invite anyone to the bench as long as they are not disruptive. In the interest of expediency, the prosecution would like to voice that we have no objections. Expediency? Whatever he's got, he must be quite confident in it. Very well. We are here today in the observance of an unusual case. 3 individuals are to be tried concurrently. Keisuke Kage, also known as the Ace of Diamonds, Hank Castle, also known as the Ace of Hearts, and Jocelyn Montefiore, also known as the Ace of Clubs. These individuals are involved in actions which led to the death of Clara Mass, a wealthy socialite, also known as the Ace of Spades. Collectively, they stand accused of murder by reckless endangerment, involuntary manslaughter, as well as murder in the first degree. What the? Murder in the first degree? You know, is the judge suggesting that one of the aces intentionally killed Clara Mass? I don't understand it either. I'd like to continue, Miss Aquila. Apologies, Your Honor. Prosecutor Hawke, are you prepared for the case?
As always, Your Honor.
And you, Miss Aquila? The defense is ready, Your Honor. One of these days, it's gonna be true. Really wish I'd taken those boys up on that volleyball thing. Very well. Mr. Hawke, please state the prosecution's case.
With pleasure. Your Honor, the 3 accused individuals were arrested on the night before last at the corner of Rostro Pass. This is a road, one seldom used in winter. It's far to the north, but still within the limits of Fledged City's jurisdiction. Is it? That's kind of cool. The road itself is on the slopes of Rostro Spire, the tallest mountain in the region, and is somewhat infamous for its use and culture of illicit mountain pass racing. For clarity, this is a form of illegal street racing. When the police arrived, these three individuals were found at the site of a driving-related incident. Present at the scene was the body of Clara Mass, herself a street racer. Clara Mass was dead. You don't need to say that twice, you said the body already, but anyway. Additionally, her car, a Mitsuyoda AG88, was badly damaged. This followed many eyewitness reports that these 4 individuals set off from the Rostro Vista parking lot in 4 cars and were taking part in an unsanctioned street race. The prosecution asserts that the other 3 individuals colluded to cause the death of Miss Clara Mass, and we intend to prove this via witness testimony.
That's a lie! The Aces would never! Ren, what did we talk about?
Order!
Miss Aquila, is your expert counsel going to be a problem? Nina, I know it's hard, Ren, but if you want to help, you need to keep a lid on it.
Okay.
I apologize on behalf of my expert, Your Honor. This is his first time in court. There will be no further outbursts. Very well. Thank you, Mr. Hawke, for your summary of the case. Bailiff, please bring in the defendants. Defendants, can you please confirm your name and occupation?
Hank Castle, Ace of Hearts. I work as a producer at a TV show production company. Keisuke Kage, Ace of Diamonds. I work as a delivery driver.
Jocelyn? Take your time. Jocelyn Montefiore, Ace of Clubs. I work as a studio tech at Fledged City Records. Records, like for music? Yes, Your Honor. Bands, singers, that kind of thing.
Your Honor. While each of the defendants has stated their day job profession, their occupation in this case relates more to their nighttime activities. Each of the people before you is a notorious...
Objection!
Your Honor, the prosecution's use of the word notorious is leading.
Objection!
I simply mean to say they have notoriety within their community.
Well, I can understand Miss Aquila's position. I agree with Mr. Hawke in this particular instance. Overruled, Miss Aquila. Let's not quibble over such fine details at this stage.
As I was saying, these 3 individuals are notorious within Fledged City's illegal street racing scene.
Chad's staring at me like he expects me to object to that. Not a chance. They're illegal street racers. That's beyond contention.
In fact, each of these people is a leader in one of the city's street racing teams. The prosecution requests, then, that this is recorded as their occupation in addition to their actual job.
Really making me meal this one, aren't you, Chad? The defense does not dispute this, Your Honor. Very well. Please explain in brief why you were up on the Rostro Spire on the night in question.
Your Honor, each year the Rostro Racers, that is to say, the street racers of the Rostro Spire, compete for the title of Joker. Our Joker is the leader of our community.
I see. You're awfully organized, considering that this is all built around the practice of illegal street racing.
In any case, the night in question was the night when we had intended to select a new Joker.
In some years, this is a one on points, where there's a clear candidate based on all the races in the season. This year, we required a race-off, an ace race. Race-off? Competition was unusually close this year, which meant that all 4 of us had to take part. I understand. So in this case, who is this Joker now?
Excuse me?
Your race was to select a new leader. Who is this leader now?
Well, we don't know.
We started the race, Clara was Joker, but the race didn't finish. And Clara's dead.
This is an unprecedented situation. The community will probably have to select a new Joker via some other means once this is all over.
In that case, street racing, though illegal, is something of a misdemeanor. We'll deal with that at another hearing. But with regards to today's proceedings, the 3 of you are aware of the charges put forth by the prosecution. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. Not guilty, Your Honor.
I plead.
Objection!
Your Honor, regarding a matter of protocol,
I was wondering when you bring this up.
only 2 of the defendants have accepted the services of Aquila Defense and Law. Ms. Jocelyn Monteferro did not accept Miss Aquila's offer to counsel. It is improper, therefore, to try them all at the same time.
It is unusual, certainly. Miss Aquila, do you have a view on this matter? Your Honor, as Miss Monteferro isn't a lawyer, it is the norm for the city to assign a public defender.
By a lottery process. It's improper for you to suggest it would be your firm just because.
Did I hit a nerve? Why doesn't he want me to represent Jocelyn? Your Honor, may I speak? I may be able to resolve this. I request to plead the 5th.
The 5th?
It means she refuses to testify. And as she hasn't accepted my counsel, I can't advise her about why that's a bad idea. Are you certain, Miss Monteferro? Montefore? I refuse to enter a formal plea. Very well, you have that right, but I request that I stand alongside my friends.
Surely.
Silence, Mr. Hawke. I need a moment to consider this. Please, Judge Tawny. Given the alternatives, the only prudent course is to allow you to stand. However, Miss Montefiore, this is highly irregular. If you're playing games in my courtroom, I'll have you behind bars for contempt so fast you'll think I'm the fastest within Fledge City limits. Am I clear? Crystal, Your Honor. Mr. Castle, Mr. Akagi, Miss Montefiore, the court recognizes your plea. Prosecution, bring forth your first witness. Okay, here we go. Huh? Hawke's about to bring out a witness who will give a statement. Listen to it. We have to focus on the little details. We're looking for an inconsistency, a flaw of some kind, which shows the witness is either lying or just mistaken. Don't worry about memorizing the statement, though. We'll be able to recap it afterward. Inconsistencies. Got it.
Special Traffic Operative Rhoda Haste! Reporting as requested, ma'am!
Goodness. Miss Haste, can you please bring it down a notch? And I prefer to be addressed as Your Honor.
Apologies, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is Rhonda Haste, Fledge City's most decorated traffic cop. Her record of arrests for highway code violations is peerless in the history of Fledge City PD.
I see. In that case, this gives me the chance to pose a question that I've been mulling since I became aware of this case. If the activities of the Rustro Racers are so widely known and obviously illegal, how have they persisted for so long? I guess someone had to ask.
Are you implying our work is unsatisfactory? As I'll have you know, I've made arrests that have led to over 400 convictions.
Really, I
have issued over 8,000 citations.
That many?
The East Wing of the Fledge City Children's Hospital is called the Haste Wing. Do you want to know?
That's quite enough. Officer Haste, your achievements are quite impressive, but I'm asking a specific question. Why does the racing up on Rustro Spire persist despite your best efforts? Why does?
It's because those damn pin pushers! The penny pinchers at City Hall! Your Honor, if I may, the reason is down to how the police force is budgeted. They can't afford to make it their priority. The Rustro Pass has been unused since the construction of new roads around a decade ago. The racers have taken care to avoid accidents. In fact, the last fatality was back in 1981. Statistically speaking, that makes it one of the safest roads in the city. Officer Haste here has pursued the racers whenever the opportunity arose, but was unable to apprehend the suspects on those occasions. Those are under less than ideal circumstances. I've appealed to the chief multiple times seeking to mount a sting operation. But those damn bean counters just won't let me do my job. These racers are a menace, both to other road users and to themselves.
I say, A spirited individual, for sure. Thank you, officer. Please move on to your statement. Witness statement. I was among the team that was dispatched to the mountain on the day after the incident to assess the scene. It seems obvious that one of the aces, perhaps more than one, barge clears off car off the road. I can't talk. Seat racing is a dangerous pursuit. It is no benefit to the community, and those people should be behind bars. I always knew something bad would happen on the mountain, but the PD would never listen. Well, it's on their heads now. I think she's the culprit. She staged the whole thing to make it look worse than it actually was. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just reaching. Very well. Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. She's totally confident in her opinion. Let's shatter that confidence. Okay. Cross-examination. Oh, I have 4 health. Oh, no. I was one of the team that dispatched him on the... Okay, press.
Hold it.
You weren't among the police who went to the scene of the night of the accident? What are you implying? Oh, I mean, I could take a night off, you know? Nina, sheesh. Everyone needs a night off. There's no need for such a suggestion. Oh, sensitive much? I just wanted to be certain. You came to the scene for the first time on the following day? Yes.
Hold it.
Why would you believe that? Surely it's self-evident? In that case, can you walk us through it? Fine. Firstly, we interviewed people who were at the base of the course from as early as 8 p.m. Nobody passed by going up or down the mountain. That seems unusual in and of itself. Actually, the Highways Department at City Hall have survey data for this, taken over a period of several months last year. It suggests that the road is very much disused. Nobody passed by going up or down the mountain. Plus, we know that no one passed the top of the mountain during or immediately after the ace race took place. That means no other vehicles could have been involved. That's true. Dylan and I were there, and no one passed by until the police and ambulance showed up. There's one more thing. The restaurant pass downhill is a single road with no branches or turnoffs. No. No. So the restaurant racers use it. Isn't it delightful? Those street records roads were sewn up by the very thing which attract them to the mountain roads of our fairest city. Poetic justice. Wait, does that scan? Something doesn't seem right about what Rhonda just said. Yes, it's important. Yes, I believe it's important. Very well, witness. Can you please add this to your testimony? To your statement. Press, Where is it? Profiles. Annotated. Dirt road. Okay, I think that's it. But let me just make sure. Okay. Okay, it needs missing wheel, license plate, seat on the right, darkened windows. Different car. Okay, yes, okay. Yeah, this has to be important. Yes.
Objection!
I'm serious. What do you think the roads of the restaurant fire well? What sort of questions is that? So I have good understanding of all the roads and about the trails. What? Observations. Bingo. What is this? Who cares about a bunch of hiking trails? Not all of them are CHAD. third party could have been involved.
That seems a leap of logic at this point. Absence of evidence is not evidence.
That's a great maxim, Chad. Do you keep that on your better mall next to the big live, laugh, love poster? That may be true, Chad. But even you can see that this throws Officer Hayes' reliability into question.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests to call a new witness.
Granted, Mr. Hawke. But Officer Hayes, you may leave.
Oh, she's gonna be mad.
Before I go, I will say that action in the best interest of...
Officer Haste?
Yes?
Your continued presence here offends me. Oh no! Oh no! Get out of my sight.
Oh, I feel bad for her now. Whoa. Anya told me that Chad was a stickler for process. I guess we just saw that in action. Much as I dislike him personally, I guess I can respect him. He really does care about justice.
You sicken me.
Mr. Hawke, please summon your next witness.
The prosecution calls Marco West to the stand. Right.
Ah.
Is he...
Fantastique. Absolutely fantastique.
Mr. West?
Maybe it's the albedo of the Hollywood?
Mr. West. Albert, whatever.
You can't possibly expect me to pass up this opportunity.
You're in court. Show some decorum.
But the lighting in here, it's marvelous. And the furnishings are so rustic.
That may be, but...
And every surface in here, every spot, they tell the story of life and death, and the fulcrum around which just pivots.
Why do we never get anyone... Well...
Is normal the word you're looking for?
Yeah.
I guess it keeps things interesting. Mr. Marco West, please.
Oh my.
I had no idea that within the maze of judicial mahogany there would dwell such a delicate, secure petal. No! With the eyes the color of the sea after a storm. Tell me, which conditioner do you use? Do you exfoliate? You must exfoliate.
Uh-oh. What?
Brace yourself. I mean... Keep talking. I don't know what's happening.
I guess even judges get thirsty. No! No! Oh my god!
And your nails. I can almost see my face in them. I just come from a manicure from a place nearby. I should give them a try. Perhaps we could go together.
Judge Donnie.
That would be delightful. I think I have the card in my purse.
Judge Donnie, please stop fraternizing with my witness.
Fair play, Mr. Hawke. Mr. West, Marco, can you please return to the witness stand? With some regret. I can't. Please state your name and occupation for the record.
It's a light thing, yeah. He's a photographer.
Gladly, Your Honor. I am Marco West, jet setter, artisan, and photographer. So you travel a great deal for your work? Just when I feel drawn to do so. I like to think of myself as a student of the very concept of beauty in motion. Is this guy for real? My last booking was the Paris fashion show, prior to which I was in Milan.
Our new judge was safer after the trial.
Goodness. Marvelous. But with all that, how did you come to be involved in the night in question? Enchanting. While at the Paris fashion show, I received an email about something going on in the mountains here in Fledge City. An email? From whom? It was anonymous, or at least I could not place the name anywhere. An anonymous email? Understand that I am a celebrated artist. I receive odd and unusual fan mail all the time. This one talked about street racing up in the slopes of Rostrospire. It had occurred to me that perhaps beauty lay not just in nature or on the catwalk, but in thundering engines and tire-shredding speed. The idea stirred something within me, and I came to Flight City the following day.
Witness, if you don't mind. Can you start to steer this towards why you were up at the mountain on the night that Clara Mass died?
Confidence. Astounding. Not long after I arrived, I met up with the Rostro Racers up at the Rostro Vista parking lot. I believe I first spoke to Hank Castle, who stands before me now.
Hi.
But I soon met the others too. In fact, just over 2 weeks ago, I went up with the group to a bar called Shin's Place, downtown. I must confess, I want to see the group dynamic with their guard down. In vino veritas and all that. In fact, I have a picture of the event right here. I see. What did you find?
Oh, there's Clara Mass, I think.
I quickly became fascinated by their culture and strong friendship rooted in their love of speed. Then, when the night was at its peak, and all of us were, shall I say, quite merry, Clara told me the sacred truth that bound them all together, a shared sense of purpose. That she say lay within the heart of the drift. She believed that only a driver can experience this truth, but I wasn't convinced.
Ace's photo.
Also, sir, Falcon, nothing can hide from my lens. So, over the following days, I searched for the best place to capture this truth. I soon found it was on the third hairpin of the course, quite near the finish.
You know, Claire's car. The accident. That was just after the second hairpin. So the marker was just around the corner when it happened. I mean, technically, but the straight between the corners is quite long. There's a few hundred yards between them.
The third hairpin is wide and offers a chance for long drifts. So, on the evening in question, I walked up from the end of the course and camped out in that spot, waiting for the race. I was there from around 8 p.m., as sometimes the group has warm-up races, or other members settle their own scores. On that night, though, not a single car passed me.
You weren't bored just sitting there?
A little, but I brought my phone and some headphones. I've recently gotten into electric swing.
If you had headphones on, you weren't worried you'd be caught unawares when the cars happen by?
I had the radio turned to the Rostro Racers frequency. I liked on it blinks when they talk, so I thought it a calculated risk. When it blinked, I took off the headphones and got ready to try and snap the ultimate shot. But then, something surprising happened, or should I say, didn't happen.
What?
I waited patiently, but the racers never came into view. Instead, all I heard were the screeching of tires a bit further up the road. And when I walked up to investigate, I saw this.
Order. Order in the court. Apologies for stating what seems to be the obvious, but that appears to be
The defendants removing Clara's body from her car. This is a wide angle and is just a still, but I can tell that Clara looked very much dead.
accident photo. Okay.
That's not. We're just trying to...
Order. Defendants, please refrain from outbursts during the witness remarks. Don't worry, guys. We'll straighten this all this out yet.
The prosecution would like to state that the photo is being considered alongside Mr. West's statement.
In that case, Mr. West, please make your formal statement.
Commending. Marvelous. No problem. Witness statement. Alright, let's go here. As usual during races, I was camped out on the third hairpin. I've been there all evening, no cars have passed by. My radio went off to say that the race has started, and I was braced to take pictures. I heard the sound of squealing tires, but no cars passed. I ran up the side of the road to see what was going on. When I got there, from a distance, I saw the 3 accused around the victim's car. That's where I snapped the photo. I hate to say it, but they looked very suspicious. I wanted to call 911, but the reception was poor. I had to run back to hairpin 3 to make the call. After that, I went home to develop the photograph. I thought it would be important.
Thank you, Mr. West. Miss Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. This is strange. Is that photo really compelling evidence? What sort of game are you playing, Chad? Is it, though? I don't think it is. Okay, let's usually do is here. Go.
Hold it!
You didn't see anything unusual? Nothing that would raise concern?
Not at all. I was bracing to try and keep warm while the snow was falling.
He's right. It was particularly cold that night. Hear anything?
Sorry, no. I had my headphones on and was listening to music. Anyway, I've been there for some time when...
Hold it!
What sort of camera do you use?
I possess a vast range of bodies and glass.
Glass?
He's referring to lenses, Aquila. Correct. Are you a photographer, Mr. Hawke?
I dabble. But on the particular night in question, I was using a Canon SOE 1000 DS with a telelens, a mini-pix model. It's gonna have no crapace.
Hold it!
Why did you pick that moment to run up the course? I've shot this corner multiple times, so I have a pretty good idea of how long it should take. Between hearing the tire squeal in the previous corner and seeing the car pass by. It just been a bit too long and everything went quiet. In truth, it was disconcerting. It made sense to investigate.
Hold it!
You didn't think to call out to them? To get closer and ask what was going on? I wanted to, believe me. But then I saw Hank and Kaisuke remove Claire's body from a car, and I was hit with a sudden sense of foreboding, like I witnessed something I wasn't supposed to see. So instead, I hefted up my camera and...
Hold it!
Why do you say suspicious? You don't think 3 people crowded around a dead person tend to look suspicious? I don't think... Yeah, I think he's continuing to take pictures of the judge. Psst, Nina. Don't forget, you go to crime scenes, you kind of see a lot of dead people. Think about his perspective. He was only watching for long enough to take a picture. Do we have anything which clears up the ancients of Hank and the others? What were they really doing? Oh. CPR. I think I need to present CPR. But let's listen to the rest of it.
Hold it!
You didn't look back to see what was going on? Sorry, I must confess. Once I started, I didn't stop. Not even for a moment. How to develop the photograph?
Hold it!
Develop the photograph? You use a film camera? Yes. In this decade? What are you trying to say? It just seems a bit quaint. Aren't you a professional? My art isn't just in the taking, but in every step of the process. Every moment of sweat and toil contributes to the final image. So many little imperfections at every stage create a kind of organic warmth. Digital works, by comparison, are cold. Where do you even get the materials to develop the pictures? Well, I get them via the internet. What, so digital cameras are out, but online shopping is fine?
Objection!
Your Honor, the nitty-gritty of the witness's process are not on trial here. Sustained. This doesn't make sense. What doesn't? Marcus, they're totally wrong. I mean, we spent yesterday investigating. We probably just know more than he does. Maybe we have some evidence which crushes one of his assumptions. Yes, okay, so... Okay, so this is... I have to talk about the CPR. But I wonder if that's... That's the only thing that mentions the CPR. So I'm gonna try this.
Objection!
Marco, would you say that you're an expert in photograph analysis? I have an eye for detail, is that what you're saying? And by your measure, the photo of the 3 defendants looks suspicious. Well, given that the 3 of them today stand accused of murder... Your Honor, while the photograph in question does show the defendants around the body of the accused, it does not show a murder.
Objection!
Are you seriously suggesting it's not of importance? Well, it may not show the moment of the murder. They're dragging her body from the car.
Objection!
Check the cause of death among the evidence. The liner notes say that Clara's body bore signs that post-mortem someone attempted to give her CPR. That person, by his own admission, was Hank Castle, one of the accused. Yeah. In fact, Your Honor, Marco's statement, while presented honestly, is nothing more than his opinion due to his highly circumstantial perspective. The defense moves that it be disregarded from this case. Is that so? Why does he look so pleased? I've got a bad feeling. I'm forced to agree with Miss Aquila in this instance. While the scene depicted in the photograph may seem suspicious in that certain context, it seems the explanation could be perfectly innocent. Something's not right about this. This photo thing, the CPR, and the cause of death, these are far too obvious. CHAD doesn't make those sorts of mistakes. The music. That means while it could not be part of a body of evidence, while it could form a part of a body of evidence, is not in and of itself conclusive. Marco West, you may vacate the witness stand. Perhaps I'll see you at the manicure place later? I'll be shocked if we get out of here anywhere near early enough.
But tomorrow, perhaps? Mr. Hawke.
Yes, Your Honor.
It is not often I express doubt in your skills as a prosecutor. But you made very clear in this case that the prosecution was pursuing murder in the first degree. As of this moment, I see no evidence of this.
Your Honor, may the prosecution make some supplementary remarks?
Of course, but please be brief. I don't like the sound of this.
It is my belief that anyone, no matter how guilty, can be a decent human being. That they can step forward and have the courage to ask for the mercy of the court. I look upon such people with some respect. But events earlier in this hearing have turned this case into a farce.
What do you mean?
The prosecution is aware of certain evidence that suggests one person in this court is obstructing justice.
What's he talking about? Chance is suggesting someone here isn't telling the truth. What did I miss?
They're fully aware of their guilt, but they have chosen not to speak up. Hey, Claude, how you doing? Yeah, we skipped episode 3. Perhaps they believe that we would not discover their secret. Or maybe they'd rather drag their friends down with them. He's talking about Jocelyn, but why Jocelyn? And so be it. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call...
Your Honor? Yes, defendant? I wish to change my plea. This isn't really the proper time. To nolo contendere. What the hell is she doing?
You know, what's Nolan Contador?
It's nolo contendere.
Means no contest.
It means no contest.
But that would mean...
That she's admitting to the crime. It's almost like making a confession. Chad must have intended for this to happen all along. Did he get to Jocelyn? Or does he really have compelling evidence? You couldn't.
I don't believe it. I can't!
Order.
Order!
Objection.
Your Honor, I must protest. I don't believe the defendant appreciates the ramifications of...
Objection!
Ask her.
What?
Objection!
Ask her what it means.
Ms. Montefiore? It means the proceedings continue, but I'm to be presumed guilty unless proven innocent.
She seems to understand perfectly well.
Then she should make a statement. Your Honor, the defense wishes to cross-examine Miss Montefiore.
I thought you'd never ask. The prosecution would like to call Jocelyn Montefiore to the witness stand.